Hey everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to play Diced Veggies. Hey, welcome to the Diced Veggies tutorial, Chef. I hope you're ready to cook. If the state of this game is inconsistent with what the tutorial says, if you misclick, you can simply refresh the page. In Diced Veggies, the goal is to cook recipes and try to hype them up to score as many points as possible. A player's turn is divided into 3 steps: cutting the dice, cooking recipes, optional, taking a card. It's our opponent's turn. Let's see these 3 steps in action. Let's see these 3 steps in action. I'll explain them in depth during our turn. Okay. Okay. They cut 4 dice, removing them from the block and adding them to their dice pool. As you can see here, they already cooked a recipe using the dice they just cut. How fast! But the recipe card and the dice it required have been removed from their hand, and they gained 6 points. Finally, they decided to take country stew from the market, and it has been replaced by Shanghai fried noodles. It's our turn now. Remember what the turns start with? That's right, let's cut. As you already know, cutting allows us to take dice from the block, but a few rules must be followed when doing so. Cutting is done as if you were putting a knife between some of the block's dice and pushing it one way, splitting the block in 2. The sum of the dice you take must be at most 10. After cutting, all remaining dice in the block must be connected, no diagonals. Cutting this block looks good. It sums up just to 10. Let's see right here, 5 and 5. Contains ingredients we need and complies with the cutting rules I listed just before. I hope you like carrots. Select them and click Confirm Selection at the top. BJ will require you to start from the border, so start with the one in the bottom left corner. Okay. And then Confirm Selection. Now that we're done cutting, let's move on to the second step in our turn, cooking recipes. To cook a recipe, we use the dice we cut previously. As you know, we have 2 orange 5s. Let's see what we can cook. A char requires 2 carrots, orange, and 1 pepper, green. Let's see where that is. Oh, here we go. Yep, 2 orange and 1 green. Dice of the corresponding color count as 1 ingredient, no matter the value. We already have enough carrots, our 2 orange 5s, but we still need a pepper to cook it. When it comes to Chicago dogs, we have none of the ingredients, so let's just pass. Last step, taking cards. Let's take a hype card from the deck and confirm. I'll explain what hype cards do later. Confirm. Back to our opponent's turn. Let's move on to our next turn. Our turn again. Get ready to cut. As you surely remember, we just need a pepper to cook a char. No need to hurry though. Let's just gather as many ingredients, dice, as possible this turn. Do you see how? I hope you said by taking the top right corner. So that's 3, 3, 2, 2. So that's 10. Select the highlighted dice. Remember to start from the border, the mushroom, light brown, and confirm. Okay, confirm. No pepper means no doable recipe for us. Let's pass cooking again. At least we've built a good stock of ingredients for later. More hype cards. Just like last turn, let's end our turn by taking a hype card from the deck. Don't forget to confirm. Because we have more hype cards than allowed, we must discard 1. These maximums are only considered at the end of your turn. They are the following: 2 recipes and 2 hype cards, 8 ingredients, dice. Let's discard elevated. More on hype cards soon. Cutting duty. Let's try to cook a char this turn. First, we need to get some pepper. Let's cut the two topmost dice. So that's 8. 2 carrots, 1 pepper. Yeah, that's right. We're ready to cook a char. Before getting there, it's time for me to introduce you to hype cards. Hype cards can be played together with a recipe when we cook it. They give extra points for the recipe, but also add a constraint. For example, Treasured Family Recipe will require us to discard the recipe card we don't cook to get 5 extra points. Let me see if I can mouse over it to make it bigger. There we go. Okay. Since we're able to fulfill the requirements for Treasured Family Recipe 4, let's play it as we cook a char. Who doesn't want some extra points? Select the required ingredients to cook a char from our dice pool, then click Cook a Char and play Treasured Family Recipe 4 at the top. Chicago dogs will automatically be discarded. Okay, so we have orange, orange, and green. Then we do, I think this one, okay? Since we have no recipe cards, let's change our habits and take one. When taking recipe cards, we can either pick one among the 3 visible ones in the market or draw from the recipe deck. We already have most of the ingredients for Shanghai fried noodles. That's this one. And it's worth plenty, 9 points. So let's pick it. Okay, pick, confirm. Congratulations on cooking your first recipe. Before leaving you on your own, there are 2 more things I have to explain. Firstly, I'm sure you wonder what this token next to the hype cards is for. This thing right here. Let me play a few turns for you and you'll know. Let's see what it is. Okay. Okay, we're getting more dye. Okay, here, I'm about to cook Shanghai fried noodles. I like to play impossibly flavorful, the hype card here, while cooking it. But as it is now, there's no way to make the dice used add to 25 exactly. Okay, numbers must add to 25 exactly. However, by using our chef token when cooking, we can choose to either change the number or the color of one of the used dice. So this is our chef token right here. This means we can change a mushroom 3 to a 6 and set things up to cook impossibly flavorful Shanghai fried noodles. Click Use Chef Token. Select the highlighted mushroom 3 and change value. Normally you'd click the 6, but since this part of the tutorial is bugged, just click Don't Use Chef Token and I'll cook for you. Okay, here we go. We'll use these dice since they add up to exactly 25 and cook impossibly flavorful Shanghai fried noodles to score a total of 18 points. 9 for the noodles and 9 for impossibly flavorful. Let's see if it's 6, 12, 22, 6, 12, plus 10, 22. I don't know how they got 25. Oh, whatever. As you can see, our chef token is now grayed out. This means we can no longer use it for now. To finish our turn, let's take calzones from the market since we already have all the required ingredients. Confirm. Let's move a little further in the game to see the last thing I have to explain. Okay. Mm. There's a lot of lulls in this tutorial. Okay. The block is running out of ingredients. Thankfully, it can be refilled in two ways. If the block is completely emptied by a player, it's automatically refilled at start of the next player's turn. When at least one ingredient type is missing from the block, you can refill it before starting your turn. In both cases, when the block is refilled, every player recovers their chef token. So if the block is empty, it'll be refilled. When at least one ingredient type is missing from the block, you can refill it, okay? As you can see, our opponent decided to refill the block before starting their turn because there was just one ingredient left. Chef tokens are usable again. All right, you're ready to cook on your own now. The game ends when a player cooks their 6th recipe. After this, every other player plays one last turn. Once they're done, everyone gets a chance to cook a last recipe, and whoever has the highest score wins. Thanks for playing through this Diced Veggies tutorial. If you have any questions or comments about this tutorial, feel free to message Nelka. A big thank you to Axe Crazy for bringing this game to BGA. Have fun, chef. Okay, 5 stars. All right, thanks for watching.